See how much different it looks with just those braces compared to what it actually looked earlier when it was just a solid box and this and that. But once I add the other braces on it, it's gonna look a little bit more intimidating, but it actually looks pretty cool right now. Nice, everything, man. Nice. Very, very happy with it. Very happy, and it's solid. And obviously the weight of the box kicks up because it's more wood on there versus just the pieces that I had on it. And it will be a little bit more heavier once I go ahead and I put the extra braces in it between where it meets the joints. You see what I'm saying? And to me, the heavier the box is, the more solid that the base will be, man. You know, so big props to us, man. I told you, here at our channel, man, we build nothing but cool, loud stuff. And you know, I try to give you as much as raw footage as possible. So next we are building the port, so let's get started on that. You can see I actually have the port already cut out. There's the top piece over there, and this is the actual port itself. But since the port's very long and not that wide, but it's still wide, I needed to go ahead and do a center brace for this guy, because you don't want that port to be like when the base hits. You know, you want the thing to stay solid, so all that airflow goes out. And I pretty much did the piece to go all the way towards the back, but stop right here before you even reach the top, because when I do my router out, I need to have that extra lip for it to sit there. But you know, we're gonna go ahead and we'll figure something out right here. So, but once everything's done, I'm gonna go ahead and router it and make it look really nice. So even when you stick your head inside that port, man, everything's nice and rounded, good, ready to rock and roll. And I actually busted out the big boy router because we need to get the flush mount trim ring and cut through the box, so it looks like really perfect. So I busted out the big boy, and you see this is the flush router bit right there, and this is the one that has that extra power for that thing just to eat that wood up, so it'll give it a nice straight edge on that guy, man. So let me go ahead and put this together real quick. I'm actually gonna cut out this piece right now, this one, sand it down and then router it so even the inside of it looks nice and rounded. And then I'm gonna round these edges right there, so at least gives it a little bit more life to it instead of just looking at something square. All right, so this is the port right here. I put it somewhat together, but not really. Look at it. As you can see, I got the port halfway built. It's not all the way finished because I actually needed to go ahead and figure out these supports, because if you can see, they're actually wider and the port's going to be in the way, but I still need that support there to, you know, do what it's supposed to do. So I've already somewhat cut the piece down, but it looks like I got to cut it a little bit more, or it's not even set in place. But I'll actually cut it down a little bit more just because I don't want it to interfere with nothing when I put the port in there. And I need this lip right here not to touch it because we don't need it clapping up against it. So if we can staple them with a little gap, you know, solid with glue and everything, then there shouldn't be an issue. But I just needed to really clear my port so I don't run into like, dang, I hit it. Because I need to mount the braces first. Then I am going to go ahead and mount the port up, staple it, and then we're going to do another faceplate on top, and then we're going to cut it out roughly, and then we're going to run the router on it so it'll look perfect. So we'll get the contour of this right here, the port. And you see it's right here, but the port's going to actually go like this with that lip, because when we run the router, we don't want it to hit the bottom part of it, and it'll never get that router out. So, and I just want it to be one big square, so it's gonna look real nice and solid, guys. Solid. So drop some comments real quick. Questions, anything, let me know right now. Okay, so this is the inside of the ported chamber, and as you can see, I had to like really cut down the braces so they didn't really go from front to back, but they're still useful because they still brace it, you know, somewhat some. So I'm gonna go ahead and staple those guys, because I needed to staple them first, and then we're gonna line up the port and we're gonna staple it in there because we need to router out next. But we really needed to cut those pieces down right there because I needed my port to go in there so we didn't have any issues with it touching or it clapping up against each other while the bass is playing. But I think I'm gonna try to figure out a game plan, because I am gonna try to brace the port from you know, the port on over there. So I'm gonna try to figure out that once I put them there, because I don't want the port to, like, you know, sag and break off. I need it like sturdy. You feel me what I'm saying? Because that base is gonna be beaten, and I don't need it to move back. I need that port to stay just like that. So we need to brace the port up as well from it, so it's like solid. You see what I'm saying? The best solid things you got, the better it's gonna sound. You know, like I told you, think of building a box, especially a 4th order, like building a bridge. It's gonna last longer the more columns that it has. So this, our braces are our columns, so we need to brace this thing up really good because we don't want no fails. Okay, so let me show you the progress I've made on the box. So the port's right here, and I just made this brace real quick. But basically, so imagine the port right here. You see how it's so open? It's gonna wobble. This front plate and this port are gonna wobble. So the best way to make sure to brace it up again, we'll brace the box to the port. So I made this big old I-beam that's gonna go like right here, and then it's gonna get stapled down to it. You see what I'm saying? And once I actually staple these right here, that's gonna add the support where it's gonna like really do what its job, what it's supposed to. I can like pretty much almost go ahead and do the same thing there, but I feel like there's no need for it. I think it should be pretty good once we put the staple that down and put the port in and staple the port in play. It should be pretty good. You know, it's amazing here, but it's all stuff that's needed, so it'll all do what it's supposed to do, and the box is like really solid. I pretty much spent literally 8 hours on the braces for the front and the back, and I still think I got like another hour left, and then I think the box should be completed, and all I really got to do is just staple the front or the backs of it and the fronts of it double stacked, so it's solid. You see what I'm saying? Like true solid. So I mean, I like it so far. It is going to be one strong box. There's no lie in that, but we still got probably like another like hour, 2 hours to go left in work. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this port, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just work real quick, and then I'll pick up the camera once I got everything stapled down. So I hope you guys are keeping up pretty good. You know, router the port out and everything, make sure it looks nice and good. But pretty much that's what it's gonna look like right now. So I actually went ahead and double stacked the brace just so it'll be really sturdy. You know what I'm saying? Like man, the more harder it is for that thing to flex, the better. Like I can't stress that enough. Okay, so now let's grab the port, and remember the one that has the gap is the one that goes on top. So we're gonna actually put this right here. So look at this. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna go sitting there like that, and I'm gonna like really center it so it's pretty dead on, so when I go to staple it, it's ready to rock and roll, and we're going to make the best of it, man. So it's gonna sound really good. All the braces are there. You know, what else do you want? And we're doing good. We're doing really good. So let me go ahead and staple this on. Let me finish this, and then I'll pick up the camera when it's time to router, so you guys can see what we got going on with that. Because it's already getting late in the day, and I need to make some progress. So let's get on it. Are you guys ready to see this box? How it looks so far? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Man, hit that like real quick. Look. From this morning to what it is right now. Look at this thing. This thing is braced up. Brace it there. It's got a double stack brace right there. The other brace right there. And so that port's actually acting like a brace as well. So that back wall won't, you know, flex. It's got the braces right there. Very, very, very nice. You see what I'm saying? So, man, this thing is like really good. You know, it is really good put together. And drop any comments or hit that like button if you like the box, man. Okay, so next on the agenda, as you can see, this is our port. So the base can come out through here. So now, I am going to cut inside here. You know, just a quick nasty cut. Because then I'm going to get the big boy router and we're going to router this guy out so it looks like very, very, very beautiful. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and cut it out. I'm actually even very tempted to even just staple a piece of wood up here real quick and router it, man, with it too, so it gives it, you know, a little bit of life. So let me see what I want to think to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it down. As you can see, look, it's still, you know, apart, but it still goes together. So I'm gonna go ahead and think what I actually want to do. Just make one mess real quick and just router that out versus having to router two pieces out. So I may just actually router it out all right now. So just, I'm gonna get it over with. Okay, so the top plate, I am actually gonna put a 45 angle on this side, the front of it, and the side of it, the sides. So when I wrap it with the carpet, it has like that little angle on it. Let me show you the router bit that's gonna be going on it. And I just did a test piece so you guys can see the angle that it gives it. Where'd it go? So this is actually the router bit we're going to use. It's the fan one. And where did it just go? I just had a little piece that I actually just routed out. Oh, here it is. So you see the angle that it gives it. We're going to do that right now to that lip piece. Okay, as you can see, look, the router's edges are done. You see it? So once we wrap it in carpet, it's gonna actually look really good. I like it. So now I am actually gonna staple this down, and I am gonna actually drill a hole and just lightly make a cut with the jigsaw, and just so when we go ahead and do it with the router, it just takes off a little bit. So I'll actually show you guys right now. So I have the box out here because this router is actually gonna make a lot of mess. So I'm actually gonna make a hole like right here. It's just so I can get my jigsaw blade in there, because I'm gonna trim a lot of this stuff off. So when I do the router, that router's gonna eat it all up really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a big section of this out real quick with the jigsaw, and then to get it easy enough so when I do the router, that thing is just like cuts it nice and perfect. Okay, so my router bit actually broke. Look at this guy. So I was actually trying to flush it out, and it just wasn't cutting. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and just go to Home Depot first thing in the morning and get a router bit because it's already too late. And look, here's the aftermath of it. The bearing of it broke. Although I could probably put the screw in it, but to find the screw here, it's gonna be impossible. So I'll just get another one because I actually need to try to get one that's kind of like wider, so it'll grab both of them pieces of wood a little bit better. So let me put the box back over here and clean up real quick, and I'll close out the video. Alright, so sadly we had to come to a halt on the box because I was routering the top of the port, but my router bit broke off. Look, check it out. You see it? It broke off. The bearing and the teeth were starting to mess up, and I didn't want to do the particles hitting me, so I just go ahead and stop. And it was giving me a jagged cut, but I'm gonna go in the morning to Home Depot or Lowe's and go get me probably like 1.5 inch flush router bit, so it cuts everything at one shot really good and gives me a nice clean cut. So basically this is the box, as you can see. This is the port where all the bass from down here, it's gonna go travel inside the port through here and come out and reflect off the roof. You'll probably smell the magnets for like a couple of weeks. The subs are just breaking in, but it should, you know, pound really good. And there's no way that the port is in the way of the speakers or none of the braces or anything. So that is a plus, you know. The window line is actually just above right here. So from here is window, so you can still look out the window. And it's going to really much reflect off the roof of the truck. So it's going to sound pretty good, and it's going to like reflect, you know, pretty awesome. And so this is actually the front of the box, and I am actually going to cut out a window right here, maybe 48 by 12, so I can get the subs in there. And we're going to do a piece of plexiglass with some LED lights inside here, so all this glows really nice. Probably paint the box black with some red in it, and then the LED red lights so it glows really nice. Flat black, of course. And then this is gonna get double stacked wood and then get the window cut out so we can put the plexiglass in it, man. So drop in your comments, hit some likes, and let me know what you guys think. Gonna be the first OBS, I think, with the Bandpass like this. All the other trucks have Bandpasses, but it's like blow-throughs, and this is no blow-through. So still the same style box, but just different. You know, if we did plexiglass on the back, I think it looks sick. But there you have it. Well, you mark my words, this OBS right here, what you're looking at, man, is gonna be one of the loudest extended cabs that there is in the truck game, period, man. You know, that thing is gonna be one nasty install. So there you have it, guys. Man, it's a little bit dark, but oh well. There you guys have it. Man, I pretty much did a full 8-hour day just building those braces and the port, and make sure everything's like lined up and everything fits perfect, and making sure that the box is 100% before I finish it, and do the router piece on the port, and staple the fronts and the backs of it. The fronts and the backs of it are actually going to get double stacked, like double stacked wood on it, so it's a lot heavier. So with the base beaten on those areas, which is going to be, that's the front and the back, is what's actually going to take a lot of the abuse. So we need to make sure that those are like heavy so they don't like move that hard. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's going to sound really good. You know, I'm pretty happy with her. I couldn't ask for a better, you know, box design for it. It's something different from whatever everybody else does. Everybody else does, I'm telling you, the speakers firing up with like a port along the middle or the front of it, subs firing forward, or even down firing the subs. But even if I were to actually down fire the subs, I would port it and down fire the port as well. So that thing is like really making some vibrations. Or fire the subs down, or fire the subs up and fire the port down. You see what I'm saying? So like I have like plenty different ideas on actually how to modify boxes and them be different, and actually, you know, jam harder than what they really do. But this one's actually going to take the cake. Those 4 Sundowns on that 3K, man, that thing is going to be beaten. That's going to tear that truck apart. And later on, if he wants to go ahead and upgrade the subs, he has plenty of space to do it, and that box is going to have all the airspace that it needs to upgrade to like the SA subs, the SA12s, I think, and be able to put like that 5K on it. And listen, that right there, I think that would be way too much space. But what the system that he got right now, the setup, it's like perfect for it. Remember, man, look, I got the giveaway shirt on. This shirt right here gives you $25 gets you 5 entries in. It's pretty good. I've already washed it like twice, and look, I mean, this still looks pretty good. Buying the sticker, remember, gets you 2 entries. $5, you know, gets you 1 entry, and buying the sticker and the shirt at the same time for $30 actually gets you 10 entries. And there are shipping fees for it, $5 and $10. And you can cash app them to me. But subscribe to the channel, drop that comment. When you subscribe, man, make sure you turn those notifications to all and comment done, so I know to put your name in the list of the giveaway that I am gonna do. You know, just for doing that, it's gonna be a surprise one. It could be speakers, amp, you know, radio, anything. I'm gonna just pick something and make sure I reward you guys good for at least, you know, giving me a hand, changing them to all, and watching the videos, man. So that's it for today, man. Your boy is tired. I'm gonna bust a quick mission, then I'm gonna come home, edit this video, no, take a shower, then edit this video, and then your boy's gonna go out to eat with his wife, man. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta show love to the wifey. Although tomorrow I am gonna work on the truck, but I'm gonna be done by like 2 o'clock because I still have to have Sunday fun day and do groceries and pick up my daughter and all that stuff. But I do have to go to Home Depot in the morning to go get that router bit. So that's it for today, man. You know, I appreciate you guys watching it. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate you guys actually turning those notifications on and subscribing foremost, man. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side, man. Peace.